Hi, everybody. My name's Debbie Reynolds. I'm with Florida Suncoast Real Estate in Bradenton, Florida. We're just south of Tampa, north of Fort Myers, right on the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful place to live, work, and play. So what I've decided to do today, with it being September 1st, it's time. It's time to start something new. It's time to get out of our habits. It's time to let go of yesterday. It's time to start something new. So I've decided to start a daily word of the day, and then kind of embellish on that word just a little bit as to how we can use that word to create a new mindset, a different way to look at things. The times that we're in right now, being in the midst of a pandemic known as coronavirus, COVID-19, has been very challenging for many people. I'm a survivor. I'm a COVID-19 survivor. My husband and I both are, and my parents are. And the one thing that I'll say to everyone, whether you like it or not, right, wrong, or indifferent, a mask does matter. We're only one cough away, and I am absolute proof positive to that effect. That obviously I didn't intentionally get it. I had been so careful, but that being said, we're on our road to recovery, and it's been a challenge, and it's been a constant reminder that we need to continually look out for each other, because that's what wearing a mask truly does. It is, what can I do to protect you, not what can I do to protect me? And if we all have that mindset, we all have that mentality, this will go away. Whether we need to do it with a vaccine or something different, we just don't know. We're in the unknown, and it's easy to speculate and make judgment calls. But at the end of the day, what we have to do is we have to be mindful of others' health and well-being. So now that I'm on that soapbox, this is really what we're going to be here for. And so each and every day I have a word that I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to just focus on that word. So what better word to start with? And thank you, Brian Buffini, because I listened to you this morning. My word for today is focus. And it is extremely easy to get out of focus. Think of your camera. Your camera, all it takes is one little move of your subject, and it can easily get out of focus. The same thing with everything, everyday life. It's tough to stay focused. What are some of your distractions? Is it the TV? Is it the internet? Are there games? Is it dogs, kids, spouses, friends, telephone calls, texts, what have you? The list of distractions is huge. And every day we're faced with different distractions coming our way. And the thing is, too, that multitasking is a distraction. We all have to do it. We've got 5 people waiting to hear X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, our focus needs to be on one project. Let's get that one project done, then move on to the next one, instead of half-assed doing this, and this. So make your bed. Obviously, that's a very strong one, and that's a fantastic book and a fantastic speech. If you make your bed in the morning, you can mark that off as one thing that you've done well. Now, if you just take the covers and you throw them up there willy-nilly, you don't tuck in the sides, you don't put the pillows on, that's not a completion of the project. The project is to be able to walk into your bedroom, see the bed, see the pillows, everything's in order as it should be. So that's something right off the get-go that you can mark off as something that you've focused on and you've done well. So the key here is multitasking has been looked at as a positive thing. Oh, I can multitask. I can do 15 things at once. Well, of course, we can all do that. We can all multitask. We can all, try to do this and this and this and this and this all at the same time. At the end of the day, we gather up all of our half-assed projects and we haven't focused on one. We haven't done one 100%. We've tried to do too much at once. So what we need to do is start thinking about the things that we can do to stay on track, to stay in our lane, and to stay focused. When you are driving, what are the distractions that you have while you're driving? It can be rain. It can be slick roads due to snow and ice. It can be a siren. It can be an accident. It can be your radio. It can be text messaging. No, don't do it. It can be so many things can distract us. And all we're trying to do is get from point A to point B in one solid piece. We're successful every day. Every day that we don't have an accident, we've been successful at getting from A to B. But how many times could it have been us that's that car on the side of the road that's just been an accident? We're either eating our lunch, we're talking on our phone, we're thinking of 9,000 things that we have to get done rather than staying focused on the road that we're on. So let's start practicing that. Let's sincerely start looking at what part of today, when I get in my car and I'm going to the office, can I remove all the other distractions from my world? There are some we can. We can't control the rain. We can't control the snow. We can't control what other drivers do, but we can control what we do. So, there are very little things every day that we're doing. If you're cooking, you're making something that requires you to really pay attention. You've got your recipe, you're following it 1, 2, 3, and then one of the kids starts crying, and you're 1, 2, 3, and you're in your mind. I'm going to remember where I'm at. I'll remember. You go take care of the kids, and then all of a sudden the kids, you settle them down, and then the phone rings. The phone rings, you answer the phone. It's a new client. They want to talk to you about looking to buy or sell a house. That's a priority. That's very important. So we take down their information. We're going to call you tomorrow with a meeting time, whatever, however the conversation goes. So there's some major distractions going on from this recipe. And so you want to then go back to your recipe. And in your mind, when you left it, I remember this. This is where I stopped. This is where I stopped. This is where I stopped. But I look in the bowl. There's flour in there. I can see the flour, so I knew to put the flour in. There's 2 eggs. I see the eggs, so I'm good to go on that. But did I put that baking soda in there? Kind of hard as hell. If I put too much in, what's going to happen? And if I leave it out, what's going to happen? Did I put the salt in? I don't remember. I don't know if I did or not. So now we have some obstacles. Do we trash that and start over? Do we try to sift through there and see if there's baking soda or baking powder or salt in with the flour? How many times do we mess up a recipe of life because we followed the distractions? We mess up the recipe of life because we followed too many distractions. It's a pretty good quote, Debbie Reynolds. I'll take that one. It's hard to stay focused for all of us, especially during this time. If you're working from home and never worked from home, that was a huge challenge in and of itself. I've worked from home for so many years that for me it was second nature. So that wasn't a hiccup for me. Many people I know have worked from home for years and years, and it's never a big deal. But there are people that are programmed to go into that office every day, and they don't have any clue how to morph that into home instead of the office. They go to the office, they immediately go to the coffee machine, start the coffee machine, they have the routine. If you're working from home now, and you never have, and your spouse or your kids are home, how hard is it to stay focused when you hear the kids fighting? You've got the spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever in the background watching a movie and laughing. You're trying to stay in your lane, you're trying to stay focused, but there's just this. And I read once that it takes 7 minutes to get back on track when you've been out of focus. How many times a day do we get off track? How many minutes did we lose? Because we only have so many. How many do we lose because instead of saying, hey everybody, I'm focusing here today on my job. I'll be with you all at 5 o'clock. When my day's done at 5, then I'm yours. But these are my boundaries. This is what I'm doing today. If you do that every day in, hi Cassandra, day in and day out, then you're in a better place than you were. So I ran across some quotes that I think are pretty spot on when it comes to that. And I'm not one of these people that can remember every quote I see. I would love to, and I put it in my bank, and it doesn't stay. So let's talk just a couple things. Number one was stop doing things half-ass. Do things one at a time and give 100% and check it off. Then move on to the next one. Number two is elimination of distractions. What are those things that you can remove from your phone, remove from your iPad? What are the things? Are they games? Are they videos? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? What is it that your mind wanders to that leads to an hour of distraction when in that hour you could have got a project done? So be mindful of that, and let's start removing those distractions. Let's stick to our guns, whatever our goal for the day is. If that goal is to send your mailings out today, get your stamps out, get your envelopes out, get your material out, get your address list, get it ready to go, get it done, go on to the next thing, one at a time. So the secret, this is a quote from Socrates. The secret to change is to focus all of your energy, not fighting the old, but building the new. So part of that focus is you can't change anything about yesterday. You can't even change what happened 15 minutes ago. Let it go. Focus on the newest things in your life that you're doing. Let go of everything else. I ran into another thing that said the letters F-O-C-U-S. F is for follow. One course until successful. Follow one course until successful. F-O-C-U-S. Focus. That's a great little thing. Put it on a sticky note. Put it somewhere. Focus on your journey, not anyone else's. Stay in your lane. Eyes facing forward and eyes on the prize. Quote by W. Reynolds. There we go. Something's going on with our video here, but I'm going to try. And then I may have to redo it. If you set your goals ridiculously high, you will fail above everyone else's success. Aim high. Everybody else succeeds at here. If you fail, you're still higher. Okay, so we're taking off where we left off, and we'll see how we can get this all blended together. I don't know, my computer's acting all strange, so there were some skips in there. We'll talk about frustration later, another day. But again, today is talking about focus. If you set your goals ridiculously high, you will fail above everyone else's success. James Cameron. James Cameron, fantastic producer of, director of Avatar, Titanic, some of the classics. So what he's saying is, here's your goal, and here are your friends' successes. Even if you fail to hit this, but you've tried and tried and tried, your successes are still going to be higher than their highest level of success. So don't aim little, get it done. Aim it high. Aim high. See the prize, be there. Multitasking arises out of distraction itself. So think about it. That's what multitasking is. Distractions. That's all multitasking is focusing on this, but this comes up, then this comes up, and this comes up. So then you're doing a little bit of everything, but you can't get anything 100% when you're being distracted. And that quote, again, multitasking arises out of distraction itself. That is from Marilyn Vos Savant. Funny that the word savant comes into play because she is the lady with the absolute highest level of IQ. She's a brainiac. Couple more, and then that's all we're going to do on that as far as the quotes. But I think those are always important to pull in because they make things relative when we talk about that. George Lucas says, always remember your focus determines your reality. Always remember your focus determines your reality. So if you're focused and you're getting things done one at a time, get them done, move to the next, get one done, but stay focused on that one. Do not let those distractions in, and your reality is going to be amazing. You can't do 15 things at once, guys. We try, and that's one of the worst things that we can do to be on our A game, is to have too many things going on at once. Let's see, what's one more? And, I love Zig Ziglar. He's one of my absolute favorites to go to. I love to read the things he talked about, his visions, etc. He says, I don't care how much power, brilliance, or energy you have. If you don't harness it and focus it on a specific target and hold it there, you're never going to accomplish as much as your ability warrants. So money can't buy focus. Doesn't matter. Other people can't give you focus. It is something you have to do yourself. And if you focus on that target and hang it right there, keep that target right there, focus on that until you're done with it, until you've completed it, then that's a successful day. If you're all over the place, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how much energy you have, I don't care how brilliant you are. If you're not focused, none of that matters. That's kind of where he was going with that. So our goal for today, stay focused. Get this one thing done. So my focus for today was to do my first video. So here we go on this very first video of Debbie Reynolds Brings You Words. We haven't titled yet, but we'll come up with something. So for all of you out there, please stay safe. Please stay careful. Please wear your mask. Enjoy each other's company. But for today, stay focused. Get that one thing done. And then we'll talk tomorrow about a new word. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.